Christmas had come once again, and all the engines were very excited and hoped to make this year's the best ever.
Are you excited about Christmas, Thomas?
Asked Percy. Of course I'm excited about Christmas, snorted Thomas, and then left.
Since the beginning of the year, Thomas has been very off with me.
You must have been playing more tricks on him,
laughed Henry. One frosty cold morning, the Fat Controller came to Tidmouth Sheds, and he had a very important announcement.
In a few days, 2 very special visitors are coming to the island of Sodor.
2 special visitors?
Who may they be?
Asked Gordon.
Well, they are none other than the Dominion of Canada and Dwight the Eisenhower, the 2 returning A4s.
The engines couldn't believe it. I had given up and ever seeing those 2 engines.
When I went on my rail tour earlier this year, my main goal was to see them, and sadly I didn't.
Well, you're gonna see them now, Gordon. All of you are. And it's gonna be a complete honor for them to spend Christmas here on the island of Sodor. They're going back overseas early next year.
This is wonderful news. Isn't it, Thomas?
Thomas didn't look too happy at all.
Sir,
can I ask you an honest question?
Sure, Thomas. What is it?
How come every Christmas visiting engines have to come here?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, look at last year. The Flying Scotsman and Spencer came. And not to mention Steam Engine. The year before, Sandy Claus. The year before that, the Mallard, the Flying Scotsman, and all those other engines. And the year before that, the Flying Scotsman. So why? Why can't we just spend Christmas together? Why do outsiders have to come all the time?
Oh, I didn't think it was such a problem, Thomas.
It isn't, sir. Thomas is just jealous that all the spotlight's taken off him.
Exactly. Thomas, I respect your opinion, but you can either like it or lump it. Sodor is an island where everyone is welcome.
Outside the National Railway Museum, the Dominion of Canada was on display with the Duchess of Hamilton.
So you're leaving us again? Off to the island of Sodor soon, Dominion? Oh, yes I am, Duchess. I cannot wait. An island full of steam engines, it will be marvellous. Why are you being so friendly to me? Back when we were in service, we hated each other. What has changed? We are older now, and we're not in service anymore. Can't we just be friends? No, we cannot. Us being enemies is one of the main attractions about us. People come here to the National Railway Museum expecting us to be at lockerheads. It gives them nostalgia of the old days, when you and me, you representing the LNER, and me representing the LMS. We were in competition, bitter enemies, the battle of speed. I guess you're right. We can never be friends. You look sad, Dominion. So sad, I can tell by your facial expressions. No one can ever tell if I'm sad or not, because no one can see my face. It's stuck behind this streamliner casting. And the only way I can see is through this little window. I'm sorry. It must be awful. Something else. When you stop at stations, You were all able to say hello to the passengers. If I ever spoke to anyone, no one could ever make me out, and I had to repeat myself I don't know how many times. My voice can't be made clear behind this shield. It's not fair.
You know something? Between you and me, Canada was horrible. It almost destroyed me.
I don't want to know. I'm not talking anymore, Dominion. Go and have your fun on Sodor. Oh, and Merry Christmas.
Meanwhile, in the museum, Dwight the Eisenhower was talking to the rocket. You know, in America, everything's so high. It's so upgraded compared to England.
Aren't you glad to be back home?
Nah, I don't think so. America's just so awesome. I'm kinda curious about this island of Sodor. I wonder what it's gonna be like. Everyone says it's full of steam engines that are still in service. At last the day came for the A4s to arrive, and they were going to be on display at a siding at Knopford. Thomas was collecting passengers at the Farquhar, and Percy pulled up to the water tower to get some water.
Thomas, I'm gonna ask you straight. You haven't been friendly to me all year. Why?
Thomas sternly looked at Percy.
Maybe.
I'm just tired of you, Percy. And then he left. Percy was very upset.
What have I done?
Meanwhile, the Fat Controller came to see Donald and Douglas.
I have a very special job for yous. The Dominion of Canada and Dwight the Eisenhower have been brought to Barrow Furnace. Now, I need yous to go there and pick them up.
What, sir? That would be wonderful.
But, sir, could the file letters not get their smoke boxes loaded in time?
Oh, no. They can't steam anymore, so they need other engines to help them get about.
All of the poor engines. We'll go to Barrow Furnace immediately and help them to the railway, said Douglas. The Dominion of Canada and Dwight the Eisenhower were eagerly waiting at Barrow Furnace. Dominion? Do you know what the island of Sodor's like?
But Dwight the Eisenhower, the Railway series is about them.
The Railway series?
Yeah, they were books.
We're steam engines. What interest do we have in reading books?
Time goes past very quickly when you're not working if someone sits and reads you a book.
Who would be willing to read a steam engine a book, Dominion of Canada? Then Donald and Douglas arrived, and both backed onto the two engines. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Dwight the Eisenhower, and this is my little sister, Dominion of Canada. Who might you two be? My name's Donald.
And my name's Douglas.
What? Donald? Douglas? Are you two shunters? Shunters?
Well, indeed we are not shunters. We are very useful of engines.
But you have human names.
Well, of course we'll have human names. What do you expect us to be called? The King and Earl of Scotland?
Well, that would be more appropriate, I guess. Donald. Douglas.
I really have to apologize on behalf of my brother. He thinks only little shunters are worthy of human names.
Well, he's gonna be in for a big surprise when he comes to Sodor.
And then they all left.